Ta-da! Welcome to um, the new look of this room. Hope you like it. Hey, CT. Yeah. I just flipped things around. Kind of wanted to stand up for a change. Um, so yeah, it's it's the same room. just just looks a little bit different. But hope you're doing good. Yes, exactly. Actually, I don't know. Standing up and playing music is actually better for you. Um, oh, I know. I'm super excited actually. I'm like really excited actually. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, that's at the end of the month. So today is obviously Taco Tuesday, and then next week and the week after I'm gonna be on vacation. So this is the last Taco Tuesday before I go on vacation. So I'm pretty excited as well. I think it's gonna be fun. Um, but yeah, that festival is gonna be super fun. And Irene Pena Music, who is organizing it, is just she's just amazing. She's doing all the work. She's putting all the promo together. Just I mean, she's just great. I think we're very very blessed to have her here on Twitch. Hey, Yonse is here. Hey, it's so good to see you. I was hanging out in your stream this morning, or was it this morning? Earlier today, this afternoon maybe. But happy to have you here, man. Welcome to the Taco Squad. I know I could catch up your stream. Yeah, I'm just getting started, so feel free to put in a request if you would like. I got a couple songs in the queue, and yeah, but feel free to request a song. This is Super Cuts. I thought I would be good by now. I'd have it figured all out. We'd skip the scenic route. Oh well, at least I never lied. Still I am heading all out. So much for being nice. I don't wanna be someone that makes you happy, then lets you down. We both feel crappy. I hate your friends when this shit ends. You're alright. And I don't wanna make your mama cry at dinner and see her at the mall next winter. Super cuts, she hates my guts. You're alright. I don't need a hand to hold. Don't need you to console me. It's time to getting home. Well, I thought so many places that I could go. Well, maybe I'm better off at home. Maybe I'm better on my own. I don't wanna be someone that makes you happy. ever just gonna end. Wondering if it better be as friends, but we won't. 'Cause I don't wanna be someone that make you happy, then lets you down. We both feel crappy. I hate your friends when this shit ends. You're alright. And I don't wanna make your mama cry at dinner, then see her at the mall next winter at Supercuts. She hates my guts. You're alright. I don't wanna be someone that makes you happy, then lets you down. We'll both feel crappy. I hate your friends when this shit ends. You're alright. I don't wanna make your mama cry at dinner, then see her at the mall next winter at Supercuts. She hates my guts. You're alright. Woo! All right, that was Supercuts. So quick question: is my guitar or my voice too loud? Because I reconfigured. Basically, I reconfigured this room and was playing on some sound stuff over today, basically. So I'm hoping it's not too loud. Guitar is sounding a little loud to me in my headphones, but I mean, I'm not sure. Could just be my imagination. But anyway, it's great to have you guys here tonight. It is a Taco Tuesday, and as we do every Taco Tuesday, we just hang out and have a good time and celebrate. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do. Okay, so up next we have the only issue with this right here is that my I need like a closer desk or a bigger desk. That's that's honestly the only issue with the way I set everything up. All right, gonna do some ho hey. Do 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 do. Gosh, I miss my other guitar. I recently, for those who may not know, I recently had to take my new guitar back to the guitar shop because it was having some, I don't know, something wasn't working with it. Because if I would plug it in, it wouldn't pick up any sound through like my sound getup at all. So had to return it, unfortunately. Well, not return it. Return it is a wrong word. I had to turn it in for repairs. So hopefully I get it soon because I do miss it. I've been trying to do it right. I've been actually, let me turn this down just a smidge. Alright, that's better. I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. And I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Bed. So show me family and all the blood that I would bleed. it might have been if you took a bus to Chinatown. And I've been standing on Canal and Bowery. She'd be standing next to me. And I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. And I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. And love, we need it now. Let's hope for some. 'Cause we're bleeding now. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweet. Alrighty. Whew. Gosh, that one almost makes my hand hurt. But anyway, that was Hohei with the Lumineers. Hope you enjoyed it. I kind of like this actually. It's a little different than what I'm used to. I've mostly been sitting down, and so this is definitely a little different. I'm trying different things. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So interestingly enough, this was actually, and again, like no, there's no secret meaning behind it or anything. But this was actually the first song I ever learned how to play in guitar. And again, there's no like, people think that there's like a reason behind it or that, like it reminded me of something in my life. Nope. It was just a popular song when it came out, and I was learning how to play guitar, and I was like, this song's pretty cool. I want to learn how to play it. And then that was it. That was the only reason that I learned how to play this song. So yeah, like I said, nothing special, no secret meanings or anything. Just the song was like new or kind of new-ish when I was learning how to play guitar. All right, so we got some Flake up next. That one's always a fun one. Gotta hydrate. Alrighty, this is Flake by Jack Johnson. Oh, wrong capo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is a great song to start with. And again, there was like no special meaning, no nothing. It was just, learning how to play guitar, and I was like, all right, cool. This song sounds like something I can do. And it was definitely really challenging. Because it has like a really quick like C and F transition. Like it goes like, it's not like the right button, just goes like C and then F, but it's like a really quick movement. So, I mean, that like it taught me a lot. So it was definitely not the easiest song. And of course, I mean, there were also others that I was learning at the same time, but that's definitely one that for some reason I just really wanted to learn it when I first started playing guitar. Like I said, no reason behind it. I just did. All right, some Flake by Jack Johnson. next time. And I know she knows it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I'll know something. Maybe she'll think it's fine. Maybe she knows something I don't. I'm so tired. So tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me. I just let it go. Oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise. Longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna cry, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has other ties. And wouldn't wanna break it. No, wouldn't wanna break it. Maybe she'll help me untie. Till then, we're gonna have to lie to her. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me. I just let it go. Oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one likes to be let down. It seems to me that maybe pretty much always means no. So don't tell me. I just let it go. Oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one likes to be let down. Woo, how's some Jack Johnson? Oh my goodness, I'm sweating already. Whew. And I have like the fan right above me, but sweating already. Let me actually, if you give me 1 second, I'm gonna actually turn my air conditioning up just like a very, very little bit, and I'll be like right back. Cause yeah, I'm like, this is like making me sweat, so give me 1 sec. One moment. Don't want to drop it. All right, that should help a little bit. If I can just remember how I did this. Thanks, man. I'm glad that you liked it. I appreciate that very much. I'm just an amateur. All that I have is my guitar and my mic and a simple sound get up. Actually, before I do that, Let me make this bigger. A lot of streamers have like loopers and stuff like that. I don't have one of those, first of all, but I'm not really into looping. Like, I know like everybody wants to loop, and looping is definitely fun for sure. But I don't know, it's just not my thing. Okay, think I made it longer. Okay, very little bit, but I did make it a little bit longer. Yeah, it's just it's not my thing. But again, I mean, I do really appreciate people that do looping and that kind of stuff. Let's see. Let me do one in Spanish because I do a lot of Spanish actually. Um, oh, I want to do this one again. Yeah. Let's do cita con el quirófano. That's a fun one. Let's see. Start it again. Okay. Si tan solo te hubiera dicho yo. No, wait. Si tan solo. Sorry. Got it wrong. Got the words wrong. Let me start it again. It's only the second or third time I've ever played this song on stream, so still pretty new to it. Tan solo pudieras entender, mil veces te lo explicaré. cosas no se van a quedar así. Permíteme hacerte sufrir, por favor, pues no existe el amor. Tenemos una cita en el quirófano, vendrá el doctor, me aplica la cirugía, me sacará el corazón, trasplante de corazón, ahí te va mi dolor. Quirófano, vendrá el doctor, me aplica la cirugía, me sacará el corazón, trasplante de corazón, ahí te va mi dolor. Oh, man, I got sweat getting in my eyes. Oh. Anyway, that was Cita en el Quirófano by Panda. Really, really good one. Parece que si te la sabes, Yonsei. ¿Eres fan de Panda? Porque yo sí soy bien fan de Panda. It's one of my favorite bands, actually. Even though I always feel like I have to give a disclaimer that there was this controversy, like maybe what was like, I think it was like maybe 10, 15 years ago, where like Green Day and Fall Out Boy and a few others kept or were wanting to sue Panda actually for or the band because they claimed that they stole some of their lyrics and like their songs sounded too similar to to some of their songs, which I mean, you know what, it might be true. I don't know. Do they sound similar? Yes. Are they the same? No. Now, could it be that maybe they were inspired by the music of, Fall Out Boy and Green Day and Blink-182? Yeah. Yeah, it was look it up. It was, I want to say definitely Fall Out Boy was one of them. And I don't know if Green Day was in that lawsuit, but there was like, I think New Found Glory was another one. There was like a few punk bands actually that sued them because they they were like, oh, your songs sound too similar to mine. So look it up. Alrighty, well, I'm just having a blast, guys. This is actually kind of fun to stand up and play music for a change. I haven't done this one in a while. Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick inside and out of sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me. It's not like you say sorry. I was written on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for having you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong have been so bad. Cause living with me must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me. It's not like you say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for having you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong. I've been down into the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no. Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me. It's not like you say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for having you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong. I've been down into the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no. Some Nickelback. The band that everybody either loves or hates. I don't love or hate Nickelback. It's just always funny how there's some people that will like absolutely just not listen to their music and or play them. My friend Justin Ferry's one of them actually, and he makes me laugh because he has this, and I'm saving for it, but he has like a 30,000 point channel redemption that he will sing you a Nickelback song. So I'm saving for it definitely because I want to hear him sing some Nickelback. So Justin, if you're watching this VOD or you're watching this later, I'm gonna make you sing some Nickelback, my friend. You are not gonna get away from Nickelbacking. So you're gonna get some Nickelback eventually. Alrighty. Well, feel free to request a song, guys. I'm just adding random songs and then just see what Destiny wants us to play. But feel free to request a song. Also, I think CT was here. I think I saw Reckless earlier too. But if either of you guys are here, could use some help with a playlist. Because the way that I've set I can explain it to you guys later. But the way that I've set up my my computer now, kind of a little a little hard to use my keyboard. But I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna fix it. All right. Yeah, we got some yeahs. I love the yeahs too, man. Hey, Connie's here. Hey, how are you doing, Connie? Connie, I feel like I have to do a song for you though before I do this next one. Are you ready for it? Just because this is Connie special. I just feel like this song is your special song. You ready for it? Connie is a 90s kid, just like me. So, OMG, is it you probably know what it is. You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want that way. But we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say oh, sorry. That I want it that way. Am I your fire, your one desire? Yes, I know when you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say that I want it that way. I can see that we're falling apart from the way that it used to be. Yeah, no matter the distance, I want you to know deep down inside of me, you are my fire, the one desire. You are, you are, you are, you are. Don't wanna hear you. Hey, ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. And I never wanna hear you say that I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Why ain't nothing but a mistake? Tell me why I never wanna hear you say that I want it that way. I want it that way. Throat is really dry tonight, guys. Good thing I have a lot of water. We need to go get some more here shortly. Um, this guy was just looking at me the same way. Oh, you're very welcome, Connie. I don't know why. I don't know why it is, but this song reminds me of you sometimes, and I really don't know why it is. I actually the reason I remember it is because I remember one time, like this was like a few months ago. You came in and you requested that, and then you said you were gonna request all of the '90s songs. I think like you and Carly were like wanted to request all the '90s songs or something like that. But so for some reason I'm like this song. This is a good Canitaria song for sure. Anyway, hope you're doing good tonight. Just chilling. I got a new setup, as you can tell. It's the same room. I'm just standing up instead of sitting down. So I figured I just wanted to try something a little bit different tonight. So yeah, I was messing with like my sound a little bit too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing super exciting going on tonight, other than just playing some music and hanging out with friends as usual. Okay, we're gonna do maps next. That's right. So it's a fun one. I know Yonce was saying that he loves the yeah yeah yeahs. I do too. I feel like they're such a good band, and like they were a little bit famous. I think like in some parts of the world, but I just feel like people just never really appreciated the yeah yeah yeahs the way musically, like the type of band that they were. Um, just like their style was just like amazing. I really really like the yeah yeah yeahs and just like their style and everything. But this is Maps. Pack up, now I'm straight. Enough. Oh, 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 and wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. Made of, don't stray. My kind's your kind. I'll stay the same. Back up, don't stray. Oh, oh, and wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. And wait, they don't love you like I love you. Hey, Crusher, how's it going, my friend? Hope you're doing good. Hope your Taco Tuesday is going great, and you've been having a lot of tacos and have had just in general a good day. Let's see, guys, what should I do next? Oops. Here, I'm gonna add a couple songs to the list, but again, feel free to request them if you would like, or feel free to request songs if you would like. Hmm, this would be a good one to do. Anyway, Crusher, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Taco Tuesday, or that you've had a good Taco Tuesday, I should say, because at least for me, Tuesday is almost over. So, you know, the day is almost over, but doesn't mean you can't have tacos still. Actually, I may have a leftover taco later. I have a leftover burrito actually from earlier. I'm always hungry after I stream, so I might actually eat it. Not gonna lie, like a little midnight snack, assuming I go until midnight. All right, let's do some Adele, guys. Let's do some Adele, and then I'm gonna take a little break so I can go grab another drink, um, and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna go take a break, and then when I get back, hope to see a few requests on the queue. No pressure, but I just always think it's so much easier whenever other people are requesting songs than when I'm putting them on there. But also, no pressure. No worries. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch. It's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see it crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, lay my shit to bed. See how I'll leave every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch. It's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. I can't help thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they keep me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside your head, and you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I heard one on you. I'm gonna make it burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Make a home down there as time will keep you there. Scars of your love remind me of us. I can't help feeling that we almost had it all. Scars of your love keep me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside your head, and you played it to the beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. We had my heart inside your head, and you played it to the beat. Throw yourself through every page. Count all your blessings and find what you're looking for. Turn to sorrow, any treasure gold. You'll pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. Oh, the scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside your head, and you played it to the beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside your head, and you played it to the beat. right, that was some Adele. Crusher, it's exclamation SL. Here, let me put it in the chat for you. But it's that one. It's exclamation SL. That's what pulls up the song list. I'm gonna take a super quick break, guys, and go get another drink and pee and all that stuff. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Whew. Oops. Let me take this out off. There we go. Perfect. Did I get to eat tacos? No. I did not get to eat some tacos. Well, I did early. Well, I did actually. I had tacos for lunch. I had Taco Bell for lunch, which me being that I'm Mexican, that's almost like a no-no. But I'll tell you, I like Taco Bell for what it is. It's garbage food, and it's not very good food. So it's just American junk food. That's what Taco Bell is. It's just American junk food. Um, oh, let's see. Oh, cool. I see that you put some yellow on the list. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna bump that one up first. Um, that's weird. Why is it not showing up on the list though? There we go. I think you just put the name of the song. You don't have to put the band or whoever it is from. They're cinnamon twist, so they're pretty good. Um, I have a leftover burrito from earlier from Taco Bell also, because like the problem with Taco Bell, usually whenever I get Taco Bell, I'm really hungry, and I I am less hungry than I think I am, which I think is part of the problem. I'm less hungry than I think I am, um, and I end up like ordering a bunch of food. So now I have too much Taco Bell. I have a extra burrito. I just copied the command from the website, and that's what. Huh. Well, that's weird. I know the streamer song list website sometimes is kind of funky, um, but it's okay. I got you. Yeah, don't worry. I got you. I got you. Let's see. Hmm. No, do not want to open Facebook. Hmm. All right. Let's do some yellow. I almost did this song tonight or last night. I went to an open mic last night for the first time in literally a year and a half. And this is actually the open mic where I started playing actually like when I first wanted to start playing in public, and so it was cool. It was really cool to go back. It was like people were there that I hadn't seen in a while. It's kind of like seeing family, and it was really really cool. But it used to be that you would do three songs or two songs, and then apparently they've changed it, and now you get three songs. So I was like, oh shoot, I gotta come up with like a third song real quick. So I almost did Yellow, but then I ended up doing something else instead as my third song. But it was cool because I got to do Luna though, and I'd never done Luna before, like in like an open mic. So that was pretty fun. I mean, I had only done it on Twitch. I had never done it in person. What did I play? I played. Let's see. I did All Star by Smash Mouth. I did Somewhere with You by Kenny Chesney because I figured that was the one that I added, and then I did Luna. So I got to play three songs, and I could have been able to maybe play again, but I had to leave early to kind of come help with the dog. It was Independence Day over the weekend here in the United States, so a lot of neighbors were still doing fireworks last night. There's still a few that are doing fireworks, but that really freaks out my dog. So, and my wife's back was hurting. She threw her back out a few days ago. So, I just had to come back and help with the dog. So I only got to play those three songs, but and the only reason I say I could have done more is because they will do a second round if there's like not a lot of people, and there wasn't really a lot of people last night, but it was fun. Forgot like how fun those open mics are. I hadn't done one in a year and a half. All that I've done is Twitch, which is always great, right? Oh yeah, your dog gets scared too. Yeah, actually my dog wasn't too bad. I mean he was a little freaked out. We gave him like some calming treats that were really that helped him a lot. But our cat also gets really really freaked out by fireworks. So it's just I don't know, it's just not fun. I don't find the fun on fireworks. They just scare animals, and I don't know. I don't find they pollute and they make a lot of noise, and then people like on Sunday and 4th of July, people were doing fireworks like until like 1:30 in the morning, which I think that's really inconsiderate. Especially like in a neighborhood, like that's very inconsiderate to your neighbors to be blowing things up and being really loud till 1:30 in the morning. Like I get that it was a holiday, totally get that. Like I understand that part, but I just feel like that's just it's a little inconsiderate in my opinion. But all right, enough of that, and let's do some Coldplay. Oh no, shoot! What did I just do? Screen got like there we go. Got like super big for no reason. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do. Yellow. So then I took my heart to, oh what a thing to done, and it was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones something beautiful. You know I love you so. You know I love you so. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause we were all yellow. I drew a line for dry. It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for. It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things you do. Alrighty, that was some Yellow. I love this song too, my friend. It's a good one. Honestly, I pretty much love about any Green Day. I was hanging out. Who was I watching earlier? I was watching I Am Richard, who is an awesome streamer friend and super talented guy. Oh man, sorry, I gotta stretch my back a little bit. And he did Clocks, which is a really good one, and I would love to learn how to play that one. I might add that into maybe like the songs I want to learn because that was a good one. I'm gonna go off script for a sec. I'm gonna do another song. Yeah, perfect. Let's do What's My Age Again first. And it's kind of weird that I don't have any mods tonight. I usually have like one or two mods. So I always appreciate mods and whatever little time that they can do and help out. But only say that because it's like, gonna be doing everything myself. Just perfectly fine. All right, this is some Blink-182, and I've had this song stuck in my head all day, so I really wanted to do this one. Get the feeling right, we started making out. She took off my pants, but then I turned on the TV. And that's about the time she walked away from me. Nobody likes you when you're 23. And I still wanna miss my TV shows. What the hell is ADD? My friends say I should act my age. What's my age again? What's my age again? Later on the drive home, I called them age again? What's my age again? What's my age again? Whew. Man, I'm getting sweaty. All kinds of fun. Hey Anthony, dude, do you have like that copied and pasted, and you just like paste it into the chat every time? So I feel every time you're here, you're like, well, look who it is. Check it out, check it out. How's it going, LG? Good to see you as always. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Always a pleasure seeing you. Always. Really, you've never heard that song before, Crusher? That's a classic. Blink 182. I'm a pretty big Blink 182 fan. I would say Blink 182 definitely was a pretty big part of my teenage years. And I mean, this is a great song. It's a really, really good one. But anyway, yeah. Well, I'm glad you liked it. It's a classic Blink 182 from the album Enema of State, which came out like 90, maybe 97, 98. It's been out for a while. Ooh, A Thousand Years by Christina Perri. We're getting into Twilight mood, I see. How you doing, Anthony? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Hope your Taco Tuesday is going great, and it's everything that you hoped and dreamed for. Um, I'm having a pretty good Taco Tuesday. This is a fun one. All right, I'm gonna do little bit of emo for you guys. How's my Fourth of July? It was good. It is at well, it's Tuesday for some people, but here it's Taco Tuesday, so better remember that. Um, what is my favorite song that I haven't learned yet? Gosh, that's a good question. I don't know. See, I usually whenever I learn a song, it's something I really like. It's usually a song that I like. So most of the songs that I've learned are songs that I like, but there's definitely a lot of songs that I would love to play that I haven't learned. Gosh, let me see. You really got me thinking on that one. What would be a good one? It's got to be probably some Dashboard Confessional, because I love Dashboard Confessional. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. They're emo, Anthony. So if you don't like Dashboard Confessional, I'm sorry. It's one of my favorite bands, but they have really complicated chord structures. So their songs are usually like the chords are just very, very, very complicated. Um, so it's got to be definitely a Dashboard Confessional song. Let's see. I know how to play Hands Down. Not too great, but I know how to play it. Um, you know what? I bet it's Saints and Sailors by Dashboard Confessional is a song that is one of my favorites by Dashboard, but it's one that I've never learned how to play, and because it has really, really complicated chord progressions, but it's a great song. And I really, really would love to learn how to play it. I think that's my final answer on that. But I don't know. I mean, there's so many other ones too that would really love to learn how to play. Um, so yeah, man, you don't want tacos? Anthony, you're like hitting all of the bad notes here today. Just kidding, man. Like what I said, like how I said, things that I don't want and make me laugh in a good way. Right? I know. Or maybe it's reverse psychology, and you're like, oh man, I love emo and I love tacos, so I want both of those things. But anyway, this is some brand new. Brand new also has another of my favorite songs of all time, which is "Sic Transit Gloria." That's a great song, and it's a beautiful song, but it's a it's not that it's hard to play; it's hard to sing because the vocalist of Brand New has just like powerful pipes, and I don't think I can quite get the emotion down for that song. But this one I can. Oh man, cool! You're eating some chicken. Ooh, chicken soup is so good. But I usually want. It's weird. Chicken soup, like I love chicken soup. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I like it, but I like it when I'm sick. Like I love having chicken soup when I'm sick, just because that's I don't know that's just it's comforting. It's comfort food. Um, but I mean, will I say no to some chicken soup? Like if I'm somewhere and somebody gives me chicken soup, am I going to say no to it? Absolutely not. I love chicken soup, but it's one of those things like I don't think of chicken soup as like I'm hungry. I'm gonna make me some chicken soup. We're gonna get me some chicken soup. It's usually like I don't feel good. I'm really sick, and chicken soup sounds really great and super comforting. Work was busy today. Yeah, it was busy for me today too. Coming back from a break. Um, I don't know about you, but I had a 3 day weekend. So, and I go on vacation starting Friday afternoon. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm also going to be taking a vacation from Twitch. So after today's stream, I'll have Saturday afternoon stream, which I usually start around 1 or 2 o'clock Mountain Time. And then Sunday, I'll do my last stream before I go on vacation for 2 weeks, which I'm really excited about. My mom's going to come visit. She's going to be here for about a week. And then my mom and I are both going to go to California to visit her family in Southern California. So I'm super excited. Um, I'm really excited about it actually. Um, oh that's right. I was gonna say, Anthony, you're in California, dude. If you're free, like, I'm sure I could find some time to come hang out. Just saying. Oh, you're in Northern California. Oh, bummer. Yeah. My family is in like Southern California. So my mom grew up in Long Beach, and that's where we're gonna be staying with one of my aunts that lives in that area. And then we're gonna go visit one of my cousins. We're gonna stay one night at one of my cousins' house. She lives in Costa Mesa. So I'm super excited though. I like can't wait to hit the beach, and that's honestly like I've told my mom. I'm like, yes, we're definitely gonna go see family. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're absolutely gonna go see family, but I really want to go to the beach. And we're gonna go to a Dodgers game, which super excited. Mostly going for my mom. My mom's a huge Dodgers fan, and it's her birthday actually on the 17th, which is a day that we fly out to California. And of course, I mean, we're gonna be in an airplane, like half of her birthday. So I bought her tickets to. It's just gonna be me and her. Bought her tickets to a Dodgers game for her birthday. So super excited. I have a secret plan for my mom, but I haven't really actually done it yet. And my mom watches Twitch sometimes. She watches me on Twitch. So, in the event that my mom is watching right now, I'm not going to reveal what the secret is. But I can tell you later, though. If you really want to know, I can tell you later. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My mom like watches me on Twitch, and then she'll request things. And one time, somebody gifted her a subscription, and she didn't know what to do with it. She thought she had to activate it or something. It was funny. She's like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm like, nothing, mom. Like, somebody gifted you a subscription. Like, you just say thank you. That's it. Uh, it was funny. I think it was like a random. It was like a random. You know how sometimes you like can give to random people on Twitch, or give to random viewer. That's basically what it was. It was just like somebody randomly gave my mom a subscription, and she was like, I don't know what this is for. And I'm like, well, mom, it's $5 a month. You can continue it if you want, and it'll come. Half of it will come to me, and the other half goes to Twitch, and they get to keep it, and they, whatever. Or you don't have to do anything, but now you have really cool emotes. And then I had to explain to my mom what an emote was. I was like, an emote is like an emoji, but it's like for Twitch only. So you use it in chat and it lights up the chat. And I have it where like if somebody puts an emote on the screen, it like pops up, populates, it shows up somewhere in the screen. So you can do that now, Mom. It was funny. But I'm super, super excited. I I'm super super excited about it. We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna visit some family. I would have loved to do a Disneyland day, but we just won't have time. Because again, the purpose is we're going to see family. One of my aunts is not doing super good health wise, so I told my mom like, I mean, I'm sure my aunt's probably still gonna be around for a while. Like she's not dying, but I told my mom like, so she has dementia and like a lot, or getting dementia, and like a lot of times, like whenever people like have like it's progressed a lot, like she may not recognize you in the future. She may like forget who you are or not know who you are. So I convinced my mom that we should go on this trip. But anyway, yeah, it'd be fun to hang out. I think with like people from Twitch. I think in real life, I've thought of that too, Anthony. I'm like, like it would be awkward. It would be weird because like you're not used to like seeing their faces. You just see like what people are typing in a chat. But I mean, I think it would be fun though. Like, there's definitely a few people that I would love to meet in person someday from Twitch. Actually, I think a lot of people I think I would like to meet in person. And I'm sure, like, at first, like, the interaction would be a little different, because you're not used to seeing those people in person. But I mean, like, I've met people, like, from the internet in person before, and it's not as weird as you think it is. But anyway, here's some music, guys. Before I get told that this is a music stream and I need to play music, because it does happen. Makes you less sad, I'll die by your hand. I hope you find out what you want. And if it makes you less sad, we'll start talking again. You can tell me how about I already know I am. Grow old, start acting my age, be a brand new day in a life that you hate. Crown of gold, heart's harder than stone, and it hurts a whole lot, but it's missed when you're gone. Call me a safe bet, I bet that I'm not. Glad that you can forget, only hoping as time goes by that you can forget. Makes you less sad, I'll move out of the state. You keep to yourself, I'll keep out of your way. And if it makes you less sad, take your pictures all down every picture you paint, I will paint myself out. It's cold as a tomb, and it's dark in your room. When I sneak to your bed, we pour salt on your wound. So call it quits, forget a grip. Say you want a solution, I just wanna be missed. Call me a safe bet and I'm not. Glad that you can forget, only hoping as time goes by that you can forget. And repost, let your beauty unfold. Go white like the skin stretched over your bones. Spring keeps you ever close. You are secondhand smoke. You're so fragile and sin, headed trial for your sin. Holding on to yourself, the best that you can. You're the smell before rain, you're the blood in my veins. Call me a safe bet and I'm not. Glad that you can forget, hoping as time goes by that you can forget. So you can forget. You can forget. Alrighty, that was a very emo song. So, Anthony, I hope you liked it or you hated it. Doesn't matter. I still did it anyway. So it doesn't matter if you loved it or you hated it. I still did it. Did it my way. Just like good old Frank Sinatra would say, I did it my way. I don't know that full song, unfortunately, because I do love me some Frank Sinatra. I'm not gonna lie. Frank Sinatra reminds me of like my wife's grandmother, because she was the biggest Frank Sinatra fan in the world, pretty much, and every other musician is garbage according to her. Speaking of, before I do that one, let's do a quick Frank. Oops. Let's do a quick Frank Sinatra, and then I'll do your request, Anthony. I just wanted to do that one real quick, because that one's always a fun one. Let's do some Frankie, and then we'll do your request. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. I love you. Alrighty, how's some Frankie? Oh, you think Anthony? That'd be cool. Like I said, I've had a really big appreciation for Frank Sinatra, mostly because of my wife's grandmother. She passed away about, gosh, how long ago did Grandma pass? Like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I mean, like, authentic, 100% Italian, strong Italian, like Italian woman, right? From like Long Island. Oh, she was an awesome woman, and she was always really really kind to me. I mean, I was not her grandson. I mean, I was her grandson by marriage, but she was always just super kind and super welcoming. But I mean, like, she loved Frank Sinatra. Like, she was like she would like definitely she would definitely fangirl on Frank Sinatra, I'm sure, when she was like young. Right? I'm sure she did. I'm sure Grandma Marie was, definitely a Frank Sinatra fangirl back in the day. Whenever like Frank would come up in stage and she would just scream like ah, that was probably her. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so anytime I like listen to a Frank song, it just reminds me of her. I love this one. I love New York, New York. New York, New York is a great song. Um, I Did It My Way, I think, is like the best one. I probably should learn I Did It My Way because that would be a good one. I can't remember who did I hear on Twitch actually that did that song. I want to say Yamas actually did it one time, and he did so good. I might be wrong. It might have not been Yamas. I don't know who it was, but I remember like one time, and I requested it because I remember seeing it in somebody's playlist or somebody's song list, and I was like, "Whoa, they got I Did It My Way." That is a good one. It might have been Yamas actually. Now that I think about it, so I feel like I've heard him play that one. Let's see. Sorry to hear that. Sending you all love. Oh well, thank you so much, Anthony. Your grandmother's still alive and she's still going and she works at a local McDonald's where she lives. My grandparents passed when I was like in high school. My like on my well my on my dad's side, my I never got to meet my grandmother. She passed away before I was born. Yeah, I think I it might have been like I think it might have been actually before my parents got married. She died fairly young. Same with my mom's mom. So my mom's mom passed away like in between like when like my parents got married and I was born. Like no wait. No, my mom's mom passed away before actually my parents were married. And then they had me like a year later. But 'cause I'm the oldest and the most loved, obviously, of my siblings. And but then my grandfather on my mom's side remarried to my grandma Kay, who they got married before I was born. That's right, got married before I was born, and or around the time that I was born. And she was the only grandma that I knew on my mom's side. Like I would have loved to have meet my mother's mom because I've heard so many great things throughout my life from like some of my older cousins and obviously my mom and like my aunts and uncles. But yeah, I mean both, and then my dad's dad, my grandpa on my dad's side, he died. He died when I was like 3 or 4 years old, so I don't remember much of him. I remember some things about him, and the things I remember about him are funny because but you know my my grandparents on my dad's side. My dad also like they grew up very poor. They grew up in Oaxaca, Mexico, in like this seriously like this tiny village called El Chilar, Oaxaca. And so like my grandparents, like they probably had like a fourth fifth grade education at the most, and they got married really young and they started having kids really young. But dental hygiene was definitely never a thing in my dad's side of the family. Like they've all had like really like I have aunts and uncles that like they wear like dentures, and like my dad's have had to have like some teeth like removed, and he doesn't wear dentures, but he definitely does has like have like I don't know, fake teeth. I don't know what they call it, but But yeah, so my grandfather, my dad's side, my abuelo Gaspar, he lost all his teeth, and he couldn't really eat like hard stuff. So he would like tell like my and this I kind of sort of remember, but also like I've heard stories about this from like cousins and family members, but like he would ask them, like, oh, ay, yo quiero unos chicharrones. He would be like, I really want some chicharrones, or like, just think of something like really hard in your mouth, and he couldn't eat it because he didn't have teeth. So then they would tell him like, no, no, like that's not good for you. Like you can't eat it. It's gonna hurt your mouth if you eat it. You're gonna cut your gums. Like you can't eat that. And he'd be like, no, 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 no. That's what I want. Like get me that. That's what I want. So then they'd be like, okay, they would give in to his wants, and they would go and get him his chicharrones, right? And then they would come back to their, I guess he was living with one of my aunts and uncles, so they would come back and be like, okay, here's your chicharrones. I hope you enjoy it, like I hope you can eat it. And then he would get there and be like, what? Why did you guys get me this? Like, I can't eat this. Like, me, I don't have teeth. Like, why are you getting me this? So he would like, that's what I've heard. And I remember a little bit of it, but mostly it's stories that I've heard. That he would just like, I think prank them. I think it's what he would do. He would kind of mess with them. Like he would just prank them a little bit and be like, hey, like I want some chicharrones. Really, really funny, honestly. But I never got to meet him. And then on my mom's side of the family, like I said, my grandpa remarried, and my grandpa died when I was in high school. And then my grandmother died like my freshman year of college. So it's been a while. It was like my first semester in college. Actually, I remember that my grandma Kay passed. So when I met my wife, and like she introduced me to her family, and we started getting really serious, about like our relationship, and like I think everybody knew that we were gonna get married except for us for like a little bit, but like her grandma, like I remember we were like at their house, and she's like, you're my grandson. She's like, I love you. You're my grandson. Like, so, like I just have some really, really good memories of the few years. I mean, Grandma Marie died about 5 years ago. So, and she's the one that was obsessed with Frank Sinatra. But I Did It My Way was always her theme song. Like, we when she died, she had a funeral, and it was just a really small service. It was just family and like a few other people that she knew in her life, because she used to own a restaurant, so she knew a lot of people. So there was a few of those people showed up, and like I just remember like somebody made a playlist of just music playing in the background like during the service, and like I Did It My Way kept being played over and over and over again. So it's like every time we go somewhere and like I Did It My Way is played, like we're just like, man, that's grandma. She's sending us a message somehow, or she's telling us like, hey, like I love you, I still see you. Like, anyway, that's my little rant on that. Let's do some more music, guys. We got 1,000 Years for Anthony, aka the Twilight Song. But it's a great song. Wait, you did say, okay, yeah. Because a lot of times I'll get this confused with 1,000 Miles. And like if people request this one, I'll always be like I'll just remember, like, I'll just halfway, or I'll play like the first verse, and then I'll be like, oh, wait, that's not the right song. So if what you wanted was 1,000 Miles, I can still play 1,000 Miles, but this was the one that I can see in front of me. Hearts beat fast, colors and promise. loved you for 1,000 more. All along I believe I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I've loved you for 1,000 years. Loved you for 1,000 more. Alrighty, that was 1,000 Years by Christina Perry. Thanks, Anthony, for requesting that one. Funny thing is that I have recently added that song in my queue in my song list. Nice. It's a good one. It's a fun one to play. But I'm always reminded, like, oh, it's a Twilight song. But you know what? I don't hate on Twilight, to be honest. I've watched all those movies with my wife when we first got married. She didn't make me, but she had me watch them all. Actually, no. It was like we watched one. We watched the first one together because she was like, "Hey, see if you like this." Because I've always liked movies about vampires and like I love I love like horror and stuff. So I mean, Twilight's not scary at all. But I was actually surprised at how much I liked the first movie. I was like, I mean, this is not like the best quality. Definitely not at all the best quality of acting, but it was definitely a lot of fun. It was more entertaining than I thought. So then I ended up getting suckered into watching all of them, and I was like, you know what? This is it's not too bad. Again, terrible acting, especially like I mean, there's not good acting in the Twilight movies. But one thing that I did like about Twilight though was this song. This song is a great one. Um, so I'm really glad that you're playing this one now, Anthony. It's a good one. It's a fun one to play for sure. Um, let's see. Let's see. Should I take a break? I could probably use some stretching. So let me take a quick 5 minute break, guys, and I'll be right back. We can do like a little bit more music. I'm probably do like another 30 minutes to an hour more of music. So feel free to hang out. If you want to add another couple songs to the list, great. If not, I have some ideas of some songs that I want to play, but I also want to do whatever you want to do. So I will be right back, guys, in a few minutes. Anthony Youth, silly, silly man. So I already did. I actually already did. I want it my way. Sorry. I want it that way earlier. So I'm gonna take that one off because I did it about. I did it like a little before you got here, but there's still some good songs in the queue actually. And oh no, I already did. Don't worry about it. Let me go ahead and turn them off though. That way, I don't get more added because I just saw Christopher Wheeler music just went live, and I've seen him in like I think Carly stream mostly. So I want to go rate him when we're done here. Oh, keep forgetting to take this thing off. So we'll do the songs that are left in the queue, and then we'll go raid Christopher Wheeler music if he's still on. I'm assuming he would still be on. He's a cool dude. I've watched him like one other time, but he's always hanging out in like Carly stream, and he's a funny guy. So I want to go check him out. Hey, Kev. How's it going, dude? Hey, are you doing planks? Because if you are a stud. 69 biddies. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. How's it going, Kevin? Dude, are you seriously doing planks on the beach right now? Because I will sing for you. I will sing for you while you do planks again, as it seems to be tradition. I'm going to sing you some Coldplay. Also, thank you for those bits, Kevin. I already closed the song list, but if you wanted to hear a song, there's a song that you want, I can add it to the queue for sure. I'm just going to do the songs that are left on the queue, and then we're going to probably go raid Chris Wheeler music. He's a cool guy, so you guys will like him. If he's still on, of course, assuming that he's still on. But I think he just started streaming. Oh, just planks at home today? Oh, man. Dude, if I lived that close to the beach, I would literally like just be all day at the beach. I love the beach. So, and I was telling everybody a little bit earlier that this Sunday is going to be my last stream before I go on vacation. I'm going to go to California, and definitely going to hit the beach a couple times. So I'm super excited about it. You like that Avril? Which one? I have like 3 Avril songs in my list. So if you want to be a little more specific, which one do you want? I will gladly do it. I can do Skater Boy. I have My Happy Ending, and I have I'm With You. So any of those 3 would be fun to do. If I had a preference, it would be I'm With You, but I don't want to influence like what you want. I know. Well, I'm not taking my guitar with me because I'm just that would be kind of impractical, and we're flying. Oh, you're thinking of I'm With You. That's the one you're thinking of. Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of. Yeah, we're flying, so I'm like, to take my guitar would be a little complicated, but I mean, if I can find myself a guitar over there, like if somebody, we're staying with family, so I don't think like any of my aunts or uncles play guitar, but if I can get my hands on one, I might do a beach stream, or I might just do one just for fun and just check in and do it just chatting. That might be something different to try. I've never done that before, so it might be different. All right, here's some Green Eyes by Coldplay. Honey, you are a rock on which I stand. I came here to talk. I hope you understand. Green eyes, yeah, the spotlight shines upon you. came here with a load. It feels so much lighter since I've met you. Honey, you should know I could never go on without you. Green eyes, honey, you are a rock on which I stand. Hey, King Corum is in the house. How's it going, King? And thanks, Anthony, for saying that about the background. So I've been in a restructuring mode, or like a restructuring mindset, I should say, today. Just because usually I would be sitting over there on the couch, or my little love seat couch, but I was like, like I really want to stand up because I don't know if you guys are the same way as I am, Anthony or Kevin. Whenever hey, CT's back. Probably did read them. You filmed. Oh, you filmed another plank. Nice. Like right now. I love it. I love it, Kevin. That's so funny, man. As tradition. That's right. It is tradition. As is tradition. Kevin Edwards Music does planks while I sing to him. For those that do not know that, that is our relationship. I sing and he planks. That's just what we do. that's our friendship. Just kidding. Kevin's awesome. But yeah, so I decided to do things a little different today. Standing up for a change. I love playing standing up. And last night I actually got to go to an open mic for the first time in literally about a year and a half since I had actually played at an open mic, and it was standing up, and I was wearing my guitar with my strap, and I was like, like I could just keep that and stand up and do things a little different. So I kind of like it. Like I mean, this is the exact same room, right? So, but it's just like I feel like this just gives it like so much more dimension. Plus, sitting down is really bad for you. Like if you're sitting down like for 2, 3 or more hours, whatever long that you're singing and playing, like that can't be good for your back, right? And on top of that, like we spend so much time, I think just as people sitting down, like I'm sitting down all day for work. I'm sitting down with like my computer because I work from home and usually I work in the living room. Even though this is technically my office, office/music room, but because my dog is so needy and I love him so much, and we have a doggy gate so he can't get back here. This is kind of the cat's area, so our cat has like the room to be without the dog chasing her everywhere. So I don't know. I just kind of felt like it would be nice to do it. So I think I'm going to do this from now on. Just standing up, and I feel more mobile too, which I like. Because when you're sitting down, like you can't really move a lot around. But I feel a little more mobile. The only thing is I feel like my guitar should be a little lower. But this is not too bad though. Also, sorry, CT, what did you say? I know Carly is not coming here because she's busy with moving to Maine. Yeah, but she says she might be here on Sunday, though, for my stream on my last stream before vacation. I haven't seen Ryan so far. I'm sure it's late, probably. Right, I'm going to be jumping around. It's late over where Ryan and Carly are at, like in the East Coast. So, it's late. It's late. They're 2 hours ahead of us, so it's already like past midnight. It's almost 1 a.m. where they're at. I know. I noticed that, Kevin. Actually, you were one of my inspirations because you like play for like hours standing up, and I was like, I could do that. And I used to do that, back when I used to do open mics, and I did a few gigs before the pandemic started. I didn't do too many because I was just kind of getting started. So yeah, I mean, it's just like I just feel more comfortable with it. And again, I feel more mobile. just like King Corum says, I'm probably going to end up jumping around at some point. I'm just going to end up like going like full punk rock at some point and just be like, just jumping. I might do that. Yeah, that's true. So usually whenever I'm sitting down and I'm playing music, which is what I've done for the last like, I don't know, 7, 8 months that I've been on Twitch, 9 months. I don't remember how long I've been on Twitch. It's been since October, but I've always streamed sitting down, and I'm always like, after I'm done, like I feel like my arm, like my left arm just feels like really sore sometimes with certain songs. The only thing is, like I said, my like strap is kind of bothering my neck a little bit, but there's solutions to that. I can get like a soft thing to put back here and be a little more comfortable. But yeah, that means a lot. My legs turned into linguini. Yeah, that's true. I feel like I've taken more breaks than I usually would. Um, so let's see. Actually, let me go ahead and add your song before I forget, Kevin. We're gonna do "I'm with You." Ugh. Hmm. Requested by Kevin. I'm just gonna type that. Everybody knows who you are, so we don't need to do that. We don't need to put your whole name. Put a maxi pad there. Oh, Yonsei, dude, thank you so much for hanging out today. Chris, if you're here, if not, I can do it, but it's easier if you do it because I just my computer is kind of sucks, so I need to fix that. But if we could get a shout out for Yonsei, he's an awesome streamer from Bolivia. I was watching his stream today. Super cool guy. So go follow him if you can. He does like lo-fi music with his like piano, a little bit of guitar, a little bit of everything. Super chill guy. But man, it was good to have you here. And I look forward to catching your stream again soon. But mega shout out for you. I'll shout you out because I think CT's kind of in and out. But I can do it. Let's see. Yonsei. There we go. Yeah, go check him out, guys. He's super fun. Has a super good vibe in the stream, and I had a lot of fun today. Like I was working while I was watching you, so it was you definitely kept me, going for a little while. Then Kev says, I might try the maxi pad for real. Yeah, I mean, like whatever. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know if you have the same problem, but like I can feel it like kind of like bugging my neck a little bit. So if I had a little like comfort support here, that might be different. Hey, Emmy Breeze is here. How's it going, friend? Welcome. We're just chilling tonight. Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna do Time After Time now, guys, by Cyndi Lauper. Classic 80s song. We all love that song. At least I love it. I think it's a great song. But it's great to have you here, Emmy. Hope you're doing good. Happy Taco Tuesday. Right now the queue is closed, but I was talking about Yonsei. It's Ionse. Yonsei. He's a streamer from Bolivia. I just shouted him out. Like you just have to scroll the chat a little bit, and you'll see his shout out there. But super cool dude. Just has some really cool vibes. So you guys will probably like him because you like cool and chill. So Bolivia, that's awesome. Yeah, Bolivia. I've never been to South America actually. I'd love to though. Like I really want to go to Bolivia. I really want to go to Argentina, Brazil. I'd just love to like go to South America someday. Yonsei is the next Beyonce. Maybe, hey, maybe he is. Maybe he is. He's next Beyonce. Next Queen Bee, for sure. All right. Well, this is Time After Time, guys, by Cyndi Lauper. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick. Think of you, caught up in circles, confused fall, I will catch you, and I will be waiting. Time after time, time after time, time after time, time after time. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick. Think of you, caught up in circles, confusion. It's nothing new. Flashbacks, warm nights, I'll fall behind. The second hand unwind. If you're lost and you look, you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you fall and you look, and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, and I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Whew, that was some Cyndi Lauper for you guys. Oh man, this is like, not even kidding. I think I may get a maxi. I'm gonna find a maxi pad. I'm sure I can find one somewhere out in the world. Because yeah, it is kind of bothering me. And thank you, Emmy. Yeah, I was watching. You saw me last night on Dom's stream. Well, for me, that was this afternoon. But yes, I was watching Dom O'Brien. He is freaking phenomenal. I was actually watching I Am Richard, and then I Am Richard rated him with like 90-some people, because that's what Richard does. He loves rating people, and brings a bunch of people over. He's rated me before too with like, it's like 100 and something, and it was amazing. It was a lot of fun actually. It's one of the most fun streams I think I've ever had. I Am Richard definitely has quite a following, and he is a sweet dude. If you guys have never watched I Am Richard, then I don't know what you're doing in life. Like, do you even Twitch? I have an I Am Richard command actually, now that I remember. Because he is a sweet dude. He's one of my really good first friends actually that I ever met on Twitch, and but actually, so the idea, speaking of the background and how everything's different, I actually got the idea from Dom, because Dom stands up his whole stream, and that guy is crazy. He will go for like 4 or 5 hours and just standing up. But yeah, I was there, Emmy. That was this afternoon for me. I was watching him for a little while, and then unfortunately I had to go into some meetings, so I couldn't finish watching him, but he's super good. If you guys have never watched Dom O'Brien music, you should, because he's super fun, super talented. He has a mohawk, and I totally envy it, because I wish I had a mohawk. I wish I could grow a mohawk, but my hair is very naturally curly, which is why I always wear a hat. So I just don't grow my hair out like that. But he's just fun. He's like just kind of like an old rocker, not like old. Let's see. Anthony, if it's cool, I'm gonna skip the Brilliant Dance, because that's one that I'm not like super confident with. So I'm gonna do As Lovers Go, then Learn to Fly, and then we're gonna finish with Kevin's song. Let's see, As Lovers Go. That's Dashboard. Well, we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might end up doing the. Actually, you know what? Yes, I can do that song. I shouldn't have taken it out, because it's a fun one to do. This one's also a good one. This one's Dashboard Confessional. As Lovers Go. She said, I've gotta be honest, you're wasting your time if you're fishing around here. And I said, you must be mistaken, I'm not fooling, this feeling is real. She said, you've gotta be crazy. What do you take me for? Some kind of easy mark. You got wits, you've got looks, you've got passion, but I swear that you got me all wrong. All wrong. All wrong. You got me. I'll be true, I'll be useful, I'll be cavalier, I'll be yours, my dear, and I'll be long to you if you just let me through. This is easy as lovers go, so don't complicate it by hesitating, and this is wonderful as loving goes. This is tailor-made, what's the sense in waiting? And I said, gotta be honest, I've been waiting for you all my life. And so long I thought I was a silent bound, but just seeing you makes me think twice. Fear and belief makes me crazy. You got wits, you got looks, you've got passion, but are you brave enough to leave with me tonight? Tonight. Me, hey! I'll be true, I'll be useful, I'll be cavalier, I'll be yours, my dear, and I'll be long to you if you just let me through. This is easy as lovers go, so don't complicate it by hesitating, and this is wonderful as loving goes. This is tailor-made, what's the sense in waiting? And this is easy as lovers go, so don't complicate it by hesitating, and this is wonderful as loving goes. This is tailor-made, what's the sense in waiting? The Millennial Piano Man. Hey, dude, thank you so much for the follow. I've watched, or for the raid, I've watched you a few times, my friend, mostly lurking, but guys, this guy's like freaking talented. And I'm modless tonight, so I'm in charge of my own shoutouts. I have a couple mods where they keep jumping in and out. It's totally fine, because I love my mods, and I can do the work too. It's just easier when they do it. But hey, dude, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? For those that don't know me or are new, I'm LG. Luis is my name, but I go by LG on Twitch. I had already closed the song list, but since you just raided me, let me go ahead and reopen it, and then if anybody wants to request a song, feel free to do it. What? Am I doing this wrong? I'm so used to like mods doing this. Alrighty, so we did As Lovers Go. I was actually getting close to the end of my stream. I was going to finish these last two songs, but Millennial Piano Man, if you would like a song, please request it. I would love to play a song for you. I would totally love it. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing your friends again. For those that are new, my name is Luis LG. I love tacos. Today's Taco Tuesday, so you clearly came here to the right place if you like tacos. We're just hanging out tonight, guys, so feel free to request a song. Also, Millennial Piano Man, I'm so glad that you had a great stream. These communities are so supportive. I agree. I love Twitch. Like, this has just been such a great place to grow and get to know people and get to hear other streamers as well. I think that's just the best part of this platform. So totally agree with you. Guys, go check out that Millennial Piano Man. If you have not yet followed him, give him a follow. I've actually, like I said, I've watched you a couple times, but usually it's been mostly on lurk mode. Just kind of have had you playing in the background, but this dude is like freaking talented. So it's an honor that you chose to raid me. I really, really appreciate it, dude. So yeah, anyway, feel free to request a song. I'm going to do some Foo Fighters up next. Kevin, well, you already have one in the list. Oh, hey, well, that's exactly the song I was just going to play. So that was next on the list. So if you would like another song, you can request it. If not, I'm happy to do that for sure. This is some Foo Fighters for you guys. Run and tell all of the angels this could take all night. Think I need a devil to make me get things right. Hook me up a new revolution, 'cause this one is a lie. Sat around laughing and watched the last one die. Now I'm looking to the sky to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something help me burn out bright. Now I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of crime. Make my way back home and learn to fly. Nursing the patience, it can wait all night. Give away a wind to help me one last try. We'll live happily ever trapped if you just save my life. Run and tell the angels that everything's alright. Now I'm looking to the sky to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something help me burn out bright. Now I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home and learn to fly. Make my way back home and learn to fly. Alone with me, I can't quite make it alone. Try to make this life my own. Fly alone with me, I can't quite make it alone. Try to make this life my own. Yeah, I'm looking to the sky to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something help me burn out bright. Yeah, I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home and learn to look into the sky to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something help me burn out bright. Yeah, I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home and learn to make my way awesome. Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters. Thank you so much for requesting that. Both Anthony and the Millennial Piano Man. If there's anything else I can play for anyone else here, can leave the queue open for a few minutes, at least for this next song. I was actually, you caught me being close to actually wrapping up my stream, but I definitely could do a few more songs for sure. Also, J-Lo. Guys, J-Lo is awesome, and you guys should go follow him. I'm going to give him a good old shout out. Go follow J-Lo. He is trying, self-described. This is not me saying it, okay? He's trying to become a legit streamer. That's what he said today. And he's, hey, Yamis is here. Dude, Yamis, oh my goodness. 9 freaking months. 9 mother flipping months of Yamis and LG love. Because I'll tell you guys, Yamis and I have true love. Yamis is my little Twitch brother, and he is also incredible. Go follow Yamis TV as well, because he's awesome. But yeah, J-Lo today in the stream this morning, actually, because that's really what I do. I just like watch Twitch all day while I work. I have Twitch on. That's what's nice about working from home is I just watch Twitch all day. I have Twitch all day playing while I'm working. That's what I do. And my boss knows it, like she's cool. As long as I'm working, that's all that my boss cares. She doesn't want me working in like silence, right? Nobody wants that. But yeah, so I was sorry, before Yamis came up, I was saying that J-Lo is trying to be a legit streamer. He said that himself. That's not me. I think J-Lo is a legit streamer. That's just my humble opinion is that J-Lo is a legit streamer. But J-Lo is trying to learn, what is it, Jay? 1,000 songs. He's trying to have a song list of 1,000 songs. So go follow this sweet man from Singapore. He's awesome. Go follow him, and that way you can see if he actually does learn 1,000 songs, which is a lot, dude. 1,000 songs is a lot. You would be like a human jukebox, basically. Like people would be like, oh man, what song does J-Lo not know? If it's 1,000, what does he not know? Also, Millennial Piano Man, dude, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I appreciate you being here. I will hopefully catch you soon and see you around. Thank you so much for bringing your friends over and hanging out. If anybody else has another request, add it now or forever be silent. I'm going to do I'm With You, and then of course I know Yamis wants Luna, and we always close with Luna. That's a tradition around here, and we do it most of the time, especially when Yamis is in the room. But actually, before we do Luna, I want to do Boulevard of Broken Dreams, because that's a good one. So let me add that to the queue. Well, that's awkward. It doesn't want to add it. I'm going to do it the old school way. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. So we're going to do I'm With You, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and then we're going to do Luna. And then after that, we're going to go raid. We're going to try to go raid Christopher Wheeler if he's still on. Did I stick around for the non-English song that you transposed last night? Well, it was morning for me. Whenever you stream, J-Lo, it's like 8 in the morning for me. So whenever I'm watching you, I'm literally getting my coffee and getting my day started. There was a couple Chinese songs that you did that were really good. There was one that you did. I don't remember the name, but I really liked it. It was you described it as it's like an R&B type song, and I really liked it a lot. So if you could do more of that, that'd be great. I also love songs in other languages, even if it's a language that I don't speak or don't understand. I love hearing people sing in their native tongue. Whenever somebody from Germany or Portugal or somebody that sings in Chinese, Like I just always like because I do Spanish. I do songs in Spanish, and I mean Spanish is technically my native tongue, but not really, because I grew up speaking English and Spanish, so I claim both of them as just languages that I've been speaking my whole life. But like I don't know, I just always like find it so like just so much more emotional, I guess, if that makes sense. So I really, really, really appreciated that. It definitely does bring a different rise in the chest. Even if I don't understand what you're saying, you could technically be singing like LG is an idiot. I hate him. He's the worst person in the world. I'd be like, what a beautiful song. I don't understand the words, but gosh, what a beautiful song. I hope that's not what you're singing. Also, Yamis, thank you for the compliments on the background change. This is still the same room. I just moved. I'm standing up today instead of sitting down, and I moved my camera to like the other wall. So this camera is like on my desk that is on the other side of the room. So I like it. I feel like it gives it a lot more dimension. And I actually like standing up and holding my guitar. It just feels better. So I think I'm gonna keep it for now. I also feel like just in general the acoustics are better. Um, yeah, I feel like the acoustics are better. And also like sitting down for like between 2 and 4 hours is probably not very good for you. Whereas like at least I'm standing up now, and it's a little better. Let's see. I see that CT added some fun. All right, let's close the list because I do want to go. Um, let's see. I do want to go raid Christopher Wheeler Music if he's still on when we get done. Um, I saw that he came on a little bit earlier. Actually, CT, if you could go check for me if, or Yamas, or anybody really, if anybody could go check for me if Christopher Wheeler is still on and how long he's been streaming, that might help me determine if we're going to rate him or not. But Christopher Wheeler is always a friendly person, and he's just I just really want to rate him. Like I see him in so many different Twitch streams, and he's just a friendly guy, super supportive of the music community. So yeah. J-Lo, if I stand up, it's harder to bend down and grab a drink. That's why you need to have it like at arm's reach. So I have my beer right here, and it's literally like on this little like coffee table that I hear. Oh, he already ended? Okay, that's fine. We'll find somebody else to raid. It's okay. I don't know who else is on, so we'll find somebody else to raid. And I'll just, I'll do Chris Wheeler another day. Dude, whiskey is where it's at. Dude, that whiskey, J-Lo, that you were drinking today looked really good. Um, so I'm just drinking beer today. This is a hazy little thing IPA. Let me see if you guys can see it well. It's kind of hard to see because of the light. But hazy little thing IPA, super good. But you should know this by now. I love me a good whiskey. Whiskeys and scotches are like, and mezcal. I don't know if you've ever tried mezcal. Mezcal is like, I, to me, mezcal is like, it's like the cross of like a tequila and a whiskey. Like it's similar. Let's see. Have you rated Juke Queen before? I have not. I'm gonna hit you up when I can, dude. Of course. Yes, J-Lo, please come visit me. I would love to have you here. I have an extra room. You can totally like if you come to the U.S. I mean, of course, New Mexico, the state that I live in, is not like the most exciting, but it's fun though. And if you happen to be here, like you're more than welcome to stay. Anybody really. I have an extra bedroom. Like you're welcome to stay. Well, my wife and I will treat you like family. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so Juke Queen, I have not rated her actually, CT. I'm just reading your message right now. I've not rated her, so that might be. I mean, you know that I like rating people that I've never rated before. So, oh, dude, Kevin, you already have like a bed here. Like, you don't even have to ask. You can just show up. If you find my address, like, do some good old stalking. Find my address. You just show up, and you have a bed here. You can totally stay here with me. You can crash with me for sure. Like I said, the city that I live in is a small city. It's about 120,000 people. So it's not a very big city. It's not a small town either, but it's not a big city. But there's not a lot to do. So yeah, I know. I'll just like, come home one day and all of a sudden I'm going to like walk by and see Kevin planking on like one of my beds and I'll be like, "Dude, what the hell are you doing here? Like, why are you I mean, hi, but what are you doing here?" What is the best food in New Mexico? Yes. So New Mexico, because we're so close to the border with Mexico, we do have a lot of influence on Mexican food. So New Mexican food is its own thing. It's like Mexican food. It's pretty close to Mexican food. It's closer than so most people in America eat Tex-Mex, like that's what they make in Texas, or like California Tex-Mex, which is pretty similar. Pretty similar, yeah, Los Pollos. I actually drove by. I think I told you I drove by the Pollos Hermanos place, or well, it's called. I think it's called like Twisters or something like that. They use like an actual like storefront for Los Pollos Hermanos, but it's a restaurant called like Twisters or Twisties or something like that. Um, what is Tex-Mex? Tex-Mex is it's just an Americanized version of Mexican food. Like Tex-Mex is pretty typical of like having like a lot of lettuce and tomato and like nacho cheese, like that melted cheese. So it's sort of far removed from Mexican food, but it's not the same. The servings are too by Americanized. I mean, the servings are too big. Yes, that too. Um, it's the same as like Chinese food. Like I love American Chinese food. I've eaten like Chinese food. Not in China, in Chinatown in California. So it's similar, similar, but not exactly. But it's the same as like Chinese American food or like Japanese American food. It's like not definitely not the same as like China and Japan. Like it's just what it is. The thing about America, Chinese takeout is OMG. So much broccoli, right? Do you guys eat that much broccoli? And like seriously, do you guys really eat that much broccoli? Like seriously. Sometimes they have Chinese New Year parades in San Francisco, in quite a few places. I mean, California and New York are probably they have the most like Asian people per capita. So I know like in like LA they have Chinatown. San Francisco has that too. I mean, totally different. At least based on what I got when I was in Florida. Yeah, that would probably be that. And there's a lot of there. I don't know. There's just a lot of vegetables, which is fine. I like vegetables, but I just it's not the same. Like there's a really really good show called Taste the Nation. You should look it up. Because they talk a lot about like the origin of a lot of foods that are eaten in America. Like there's an episode on Chinese food. There's an episode on like American Mexican food, like on Indian food, and how like it's definitely totally different than the country of the country of origin, but they're just like it's just very different. Is it on Netflix? No, it's on Hulu, which I don't know if you get Hulu over there. But you might be able to find it online. And Netflix is different in every country, so they might have it on Netflix. But yeah, I mean, they talk a lot about the history and like why, there was an episode on like Indian food, right? And Indian food is like there's not like one Indian food. Like India has like tons of different foods in like very different regions. So when like people from India started immigrating to the United States and they started making the food that they were like accustomed to eating over in India, and then they started like altering it into like what it's become now. So it's just it's different. It's its own thing, and that's kind of what New Mexico food is like as well. Like New Mexican is like Mexican food, like the recipes are similar. Like the spices that they use are similar, but it's also really different. It's its own thing. So super interesting. But all right, let's do some I'm with you. Ooh, the next guy asked me. The next guy asked me about Singapore noodles. What are Singapore noodles? I don't know what those are. Are those like special? Oh yeah, CT. I saw that. Yeah, we'll probably go raid her. I always like to see who's on in case there's like a friend or somebody that I've never rated, but I'm definitely happy to see if we can rate somebody new. I wouldn't be against it. But all right, we're gonna do some "I'm with You" for Kevin. It's that sad Avril Lavigne song that he couldn't remember the name. So this one's for Kevin. Standing on the bridge, waiting in the dark. Thought that you'd be here by now. Nothing but the rain, footsteps on the ground, sitting that there's no sound. Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? Don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Looking for a place, searching for a face. Is anybody here? I know. 'Cause nothing's going right, everything's a mess. No one likes to be alone. Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, yeah. No, why is everything so confusing? Maybe I'm just out of my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Take me by the hand, take me somewhere new. Don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Alrighty. Oh, I got my neck again. Ugh. That's some Avril Lavigne. Glad you liked it, Kevin. You should definitely 100% learn this song. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I picked this song up because Carly actually sings it. And I get like half of my ideas of songs to sing from other streamers. Like Yamas, I know you're on mobile, so I don't know if you're like here, but earlier I did "Fly Me to the Moon" by Frank Sinatra, and then I was trying to remember because I was like, I'm pretty sure that Yamas has done "I Did It My Way," and so then I started this whole thing about like my wife's grandmother, how she was Italian, she loved Frank Sinatra, blah blah blah. I'm not going to repeat it all over again. Um, that's right, Katie sings it too. That's true, CT. So yeah, there was just this whole thing about, oh yeah, I think Yamas. I think Yamas has done this one before. So somebody was telling me earlier, I think it was actually Anthony, was telling me that I need to do more Frank Sinatra songs, and I was like, I should probably learn "I Did It My Way" because that's a good one. I love My Way. Right? It's a great song though. So coming soon, I'll do I Did It My Way. Alrighty. We did that. Now we're gonna do Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Actually, let's do We Are Young first. And then we'll do Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Aw, Kevin. Dude, you didn't have to. Thank you for using your Amazon Prime on me. Thank you, my friend. Well, now you have taco stuff. So now you have taco emotes and all that stuff. So you can go spread the word on Twitch on how there's like these taco emotes in this channel. Or you can be like Yamas. It just uses like the gasm emote everywhere. Which is great. I appreciate it, and it's always funny, like just to see like other people. It's always funny seeing other people use your emotes, which I think is cool. Like and like in other streams too. Like you'll see like like you'll be watching like a streamer, and then somebody uses like your own emote, and you're like, oh wow, that looks cool. Somebody's actually using my emotes. Awesome, right? Ooh, maybe I should do Los Pollos Hermanos next. I do like to switch my emotes on occasion. So maybe I'll do that another time. I know Yamas uses the LG gasms everywhere. I mean, hey, you know what? It's a good one. A lot of streamers have a gasm one, but I think mine's better. And mine's just good. Just kidding. Don't believe me, other streamers that have that. Because who is it? Young Sub has a really good one. Quite a few people have a very, very good one. Memory Lane has a really good one, but that's like tier 3. And but I'm always tempted to like sub at tier 3 just to get Zave's gasm face, but it's tier 3. It's like they know what they're doing. They know what the people want. They're like, you want to have this gasm face of Zave? Then you gotta subscribe at tier 3. So I keep mine at tier 1. Alrighty, let's do We Are Young. Let's do some fun. Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. Friends are in the bathroom, getting higher than the Empire State. A lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know I'm trying to forget, but between the drinks, subtle things, holes in my apologies, I'm trying hard to get it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like going down, I'll carry you home. Tonight, we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so we'll set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Now I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find a way to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a glass, 'cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. can burn brighter than the sun. Carry me home tonight. Carry me home tonight. Carry me home tonight. Just carry me home tonight. Tonight we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight we are young, so we'll set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Alrighty, man, I'm tired from standing up. Hey, Irene Peña's here. Can we get a shout out, CT or Yames, for Irene Peña Music, who is fantastic, and she's organizing the Twitch Wherever Together Music, which is like every month, and I'm gonna be in this next one, which I'm super excited about. I get to be the last one at 7 p.m. Pacific time, which is 8 p.m. my time. So it's usually, for those that are not great with time zones like myself, it's like around the time I would usually start, like a Tuesday or Sunday night stream. Usually I start around 8:30, so I'll start at like a little bit earlier. But I'm super excited about it, Irene. I legitimately can't wait. Thank you so much first of all, thank you so much for including me. But also thank you so much for just like organizing and bringing the music community together. I think that's great. I was trying to follow some of the lineup today, and then I got distracted, and I only followed like about half of them. I'm gonna follow the other half later or tomorrow, because I ended up getting like a a call from work. But like it's really cool because like there's like big, medium, and small streamers, and some new people. Some people have been streaming for a while. It's just and it's really good. I just think that's awesome. So thank you so much for creating that space. I think it's very, very needed on Twitch to have that kind of space. But yes, anyway, thank you for being here. Guys, go follow Irene Peña Music if you have not. She does lunch originals, which is super fun. I was watching it last week, and that was fun. How's the standing session going? It's actually going pretty good. I've been standing for about 3 hours. I've taken a couple breaks, but it actually, honestly, like I kind of like it better. Just because I'm so used to sitting down, but then whenever I'm sitting down, like I feel like I can't really move around too much, and like I just feel so much more mobile. So I definitely recommend it. Standing up, I think I'll just from now on just stream standing up. Plus, I like it because I'm able to showcase a little bit more of my wall, which is not super exciting right now. Sorry, let me move out of the way. Not super exciting, but I'm gonna make it more exciting. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. Yes, Arena's on Spotify. I see that your Facebook says you got a song out. Ooh. All right, well, guys, go look up Irene Peña Music on Spotify. Let's do that. I'm making a playlist called Twitch Streamers. I'll add you on there. Kev, you're the best. You're the best. I will be working on some originals, just so you know, so you can start preparing your playlist. I'm probably going to try to do some originals later on this year. I just haven't recorded them, or haven't really finished writing them. I've written bits and pieces. But I think that's awesome. Like, support, just support your Twitch community. I think that's just the best way to go. Earlier we had the Millennial Piano Man in here, who's freaking fantastic. He rated me a little while ago, and he's super, super awesome. And he said the same thing, kind of like just supporting the Twitch community and just how supportive everybody is. And I really feel like that is kind of what makes That's what makes Twitch great. But also, like, just like I said, things like the Together Wherever thing, the Together Wherever festival. Like, lost my words for a second. The Together Wherever festival, like, it's just, hopefully it can just bring some people together. Thanks, CT, for putting Irene's Spotify on the chat. So, yeah, if you want a shortcut, just click on that. Click on that. Click on it. Like that. I'm clicking on it right now. Thank you for that. You can start with your favorite cover too. It's only $13 a year. Yeah. So I've actually thought about that, Kevin. And I haven't really looked at it because I mostly do covers. And I love listening to like artists that do covers just because I feel like they put their own spin on a lot of songs. And so I've thought of recording a few covers, but then somebody was telling me that like Spotify is like really iffy about covers. You have to get like a license, and I haven't looked how much it is. But if it's only $13 a year, like that's pretty good, actually. It's actually pretty good. Well, is it $13 a year per song? Because then that could get a little expensive. But if it's $13 a year for the license to like record a cover on Spot or like and put it up on Spotify, like that's actually about what you'll make in 2 years or 3 years on Spotify. Because I've heard Spotify is not the best place to make make money out of. But might be fun to try. All right, guys. It's almost midnight where I'm at, and we still have 2 songs to go. So I'm gonna do those. We're gonna do Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and then we're gonna close up with Luna, and then we're gonna raid. Likely we'll go raid. Queen Jukebox. CT, you're gonna have to remind me who this person is that we're rating at the end. Juke Queen. That's right. We're gonna go raid Juke Queen because I've never watched her before, and I just I don't really have the brain matter right now to think of who to raid. Although I haven't seen who's on Twitch right now, so I might do just like a quick scroll. Nah, we'll probably go raid her because I won't be up for much later. I definitely want to be able to watch her at least for a good half an hour, if I can. And hopefully we can go show her some love if you guys have not followed her. We can go show her some love. But first, Alex is on? Oh, guys, I feel like we should go raid Alex, actually. CT, I'm going to owe you one. Alex is on, and Alex is a good friend of mine, and he's a good supporter of my stream. So, Young Cash Register. Hey, my list is closed, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll owe you one, CT. You probably do know Alex. He pops in here every now and then. He has kids, and so usually if he's here, he's like in and out a lot. But he's a good dude. He's good people. He has a really good soul, really good people. So, but yeah, Young Cash Register 0. I am sorry, my playlist, my song list is closed right now. But hey, we're getting a raid. Hey, Wolfden FX. Hey, thank you for the raid, my friend. Welcome. I'm Luis LG. You guys have caught me almost at the end of my stream, but I got 2 songs left to go, and then we're gonna go raid somebody else. So stick around. But it's so good to meet you, Wolfden. What do you stream? Are you like a musician? Do you do games? What do you do? Tell us a little bit about yourself. And also, how was your stream? I hope it was good. You stream everything. I like that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Cook. Ooh, you're a cook, and you do outdoor streams, and you're a gamer. What do you cook? I'm curious because I love cooking. I'm not an expert at all, but I do enjoy cooking a lot. And I've thought of doing like a cooking stream at some point. So I'm gonna give you a follow. Cook everything, and you bake. Oh man, baking is the thing that I don't do. I'm gonna give you a follow right now. Follow right now. Follow right now. Follow right now. That was weird. That was a live echo. Baking. Okay, gave you a follow. Go follow Wolfden FX. I'm a professional eater, so I think I will watch. I love that. I love that, man. Um, I love that. Yeah, baking is the thing that I don't do because baking terrifies me. Because cooking, I feel like with cooking you can just follow the recipe, and like it's totally fine. Like if you mess up, it's not, it's not that big of a deal. With baking though, like if you do like the wrong temperature or like the wrong amount, like let's say you're making a cake and you put like the wrong like amount of flour or something, like that can totally ruin it, and it's not good. Um, Wolfden loves to cook for people who like to eat. I like that. Well, Wolfden, I already closed my queue, unfortunately. But I'm going to do two more songs, and then we're going to go raid our friend Alex, if he's still on. And then CT, I will owe you a raid request. So my next stream will be on Saturday. So if you're here on Saturday, and if not on Sunday, you'll be in charge of the raid. All right. And I've done that before. You know that I'm good on my word on that. This is Boulevard and Broken Dreams by Green Day. Well, next time she's live, we'll raid her. The only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, when the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk out, and my shadow's the only one walks beside me, and my shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Today I walk alone. I'm walking down the line that divides me somewhere in my mind, on the borderline, on the edge of where I walk alone. Read between the lines, what's fucked up and everything's alright. Check my vital signs, know I'm still alive. I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk out, and my shadow's the only one who walks beside me, and my shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me, and today I walk alone. Empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk out, and my shadow's the only one who walks beside me, and my shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Today I walk alone, and my shadow's the only one who walks beside me, and my shallow heart's the only thing that's meaning. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me, and today I walk alone. Oh, all right, that was some man, almost 3.5 hours standing up for the most part. I did sit down when I took a break the last time, but I definitely recommend this for any streamer that wants to switch things around a little bit. I think standing up is just cool. I was moving around this whole song, and I wouldn't usually do that if I'm sitting down. But yeah, Kev, I agree with you. Cooking allows for a lot of improv. Definitely. I'm terrible at following directions. The thing with cooking, so like I said, I'm not like a chef. I know that I'm not. Can I make my way around the kitchen? Absolutely. I actually make pretty good Mexican food, legit Mexican food. Last weekend, I made some tlacoyos, which for those who don't know what tlacoyos are, tlacoyos is so it's kind of like a tortilla, but it's usually stuffed with beans, and then you have some toppings on top of it. So I had some steak, some sour cream, cheese, some salsa. Oh, it was incredible. It was so good, right? But definitely, I agree with you. I've learned a lot about cooking just by improvising, and some people are good at it, some people are not. Like my wife is a great cook, but she's definitely I gotta follow the recipe to the T in order for it to work. So everybody's different. Some people are great at improvising, some people are not improvisers. So yeah, I agree, Yamis. Baking is like chemistry for sure. That's exactly what baking is like. Baking has, yeah, exactly what I was saying. With baking, so we've been watching my wife and I have been watching this TV show, which I recommend. You will know that I watch a lot of food shows because I just like food shows. I like food, right? I like food shows. They're entertaining. Did I level up during quarantine? Totally. Actually, really did. I didn't cook as much as I do now. A few days ago, my wife was like, "You cook more than I do now." I'm like, I enjoy it. I like it. I promoted from dishwasher. That's awesome. From dishwasher to chief cook. There you go. Yeah. That's so funny. But yeah. I definitely have learned a lot more about cooking and about making home, just being in quarantine. But I really I've learned I really enjoy it a lot. I really, really do. J-Lo is J-Lo from The Block, by the way. So J-Lo is 100% of Rags to Riches story. It's like 8 Mile without the rap, with a star not being a white guy. That's right. J-Lo's he's just J-Lo from The Block. He's like, what will I do with the rocks that I got? I'm still J-Lo from The Block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No, I don't really know where I came from. I think I got it wrong. That's definitely the Rags to Riches story is our dear friend J-Lo. Oh, man. I love you guys so much. All right. But as much as I love you guys, I also love sleep. So we're going to do Luna up next because that's just what we do. It's tradition. It's kind of like Kevin doing planks while I'm singing. Luna for closing is tradition. So we're going to do some Luna, and then we're going to go raid Alex if he's still on, Alex Babel if he's still on. Hopefully he is. I know he usually tends to stream a lot later than I do. Meeting starting at the top of the hour. Okay, cool. Well, when you get back from your meeting, you'll hopefully be in Alex's stream because he's awesome. So we're gonna go raid Alex, and then CT. Next time that Queen Jukebox or Juke Queen Juke, I don't remember her name, but next time she's on and I'm streaming, we'll raid her unless she finishes soon. But yeah, I owe you that one, CT, and you know that I'm good on that. I've owed you rates before, and then we go rate them. So you know that I'm a man of my word. Okay, Alex is still on. Perfect. Alex is just like, and he's just a blast to watch. Like he's good people. He's a good singer. He's just a good dude overall. And yes, Jayla, we will miss you so much. I may cry. I'm not gonna lie. I may cry when you go to your meeting, JLo. Like tears are gonna fall off my face. Good thing though is that by then we should be, by then we should be at Alex's stream, so you guys won't get to see me cry for JLo. But just know that I will be crying for JLo. All right, enough of that. Let's do Luna. Hope you guys are ready. Hope Yamas is ready. Let's do Luna. Start that again. Entiendo que no puedo suplicarte una vez más, pero nada se detiene, solo vivo para ti. Dame solo un beso que me alcance hasta morir, como un vicio que me duele. Quiero mirarte a los ojos. Y cuando te me acercas, se acelera mi motor. Me da fiebre, me hago fuego y me vuelvo a consumir. Dame solo un beso que me alcance hasta morir, como un vicio que me duele. Quiero mirarte a los ojos. Luna, no me abandones más, tiendo a recuperar en la cuna de tus cráteres. Silencio, se abre la tierra, se alzan los mares al compás del volcán. Y cuando te me acercas, se acelera mi motor. Me da fiebre, me hago fuego y me vuelvo a consumir. Dame solo un beso que me alcance hasta morir, como un vicio que me duele. Quiero Alrighty, that was it, guys. I always feel bad because like I get very loud with Luna. Like Luna is definitely like that song that I just like belt out completely. And then I feel bad because my wife is asleep like in the room right behind me. But she wears earplugs and she's used to it. She's like okay with, me being loud. But I always feel like really self-conscious like, man, like that was really loud. So I tried to lower it a little bit this time. We'll see. I'll probably hear from her tomorrow. Like you were loud, so we'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I love you all so much. I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out, spending a little bit of your Tuesday night, Wednesday morning for some of you guys like J Lo. It's Wednesday morning over there, so I just appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. And then don't forget Saturday. I'm just checking if Alex is still on. Oh, he is on. Perfect. Yeah. So don't forget Saturday is gonna be. So I'm streaming Saturday afternoon as usual. And then Sunday night is going to be my last stream before I go on vacation for 2 weeks, which I'm pretty excited about because I'm going to get to see my mom. She's going to visit, and then we're going to go to California together. So I'm super excited about that. But then I'll be back on the 27th. Oh, I haven't even changed my calendar. My wall calendar still is in June. I was looking at it, but I think the 27th would be like the next Taco Tuesday after I get back. And then July 31st, don't forget. Like I said, Irene Peña was here, and she's the organizer, mastermind, master queen of Together Wherever on Twitch, which I get to be on this month, and I'm super excited about it. I'm really excited about it. I get to be the last one. I get to be like the very end. So hopefully people are still around. But I'm super excited about it, though. But all right, let's copy the raid call. Ugh, hold on. I need to take this off. Ugh. Let's see. Oh, the first, yeah, exactly. Lauren, I've never watched Lauren S2, but I did give her a follow today. I was following some of the people from the festival that I've never watched before. So the schedule is on my Discord, and I think I posted on Instagram today, and I'll probably post it on Facebook. So you'll see the schedule wherever you are, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or Discord, or my wife really wants me to start a TikTok, so I might start a TikTok soon. So you'll probably see it on TikTok. But yeah, my wife really wants me to start a TikTok. She's like, you should do TikTok. There's so many musicians there, and I'm like, I know, but like, I feel like I'm too old for a TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not, and I just think I'm too old for TikTok. But all right, let's go raid Alex. Let's see, raid. And then Alex. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to go raid Alex. I will hopefully see you guys all on Saturday or Sunday. And let's go show Alex some love. Make sure if you don't follow him, you follow him once we get to his channel. And thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. And all of that. So without further ado, I will see you guys there. Let's go.